Okay, quick thing for the Pandora's Wallet subscribers. You know what? We're gonna do the normal question and answers period. Probably gonna cut it short because I bet you this is gonna be a long episode. And yeah, well, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna also do a question and answer, private question and answers at the end of the show, just for you guys, until Chris calls me, and then we head to head off into doing a show with Chris. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys the link to that after the show. All right. Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's his next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Is Bitcoin, now that it's dumped down to this dump down and move back into this trend channel, is it going to stay in this channel? And when it breaks, is it going to break down to the $20,000 mark? Or, since Bitcoin has been always bucking the trend lately, is it going to head straight up to $40,000 and continue going higher? We're going to talk about that and more. So that's why you want to hit the like and subscribe button and the all button, and join us every day, Monday through Friday, on these shows. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you today? And you forget the S, sir.
Oh, yes, I forgot the S. It's Inti Campos, not Inti Campo.
Yeah, it's not field, it's fields. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. We got like a long show for everybody today. I mean, a long one.
I am excited.
Yeah, same here. We're going to be talking about Ukraine's CBDC with Stellar and the blockchain. We're going to take a look at the charts of that as well. We're going to take a look at DeFi. Is it the new Bitcoin? Right, escape from the bottle. Right? Yeah, I think so. I really think so. DeFi is going to be something big. And we're also going to take a look at Smart Key, right? And do some TA on that, as well as the bottom top altcoins, right? Top 100 altcoins. So we're going to go to the 100 altcoins, right? We go to the bottom, and we're going to choose 5 of those, and going to do some TA on those. So it's going to be an interesting show, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited and want to see. I'm sure you guys want to see all the different kinds of altcoins that we're going to be talking about. So with that said, don't you got a few words to say for the people?
Yes, of course. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. All right, so let's take a look at the charts before we go into charts. I want to talk about my Russian channel. It just opened up a few days ago, right? Just on the weekend, and for the New Year's. So yeah, there's no views right now there's only a few views on the last 2 videos we did. But hey, yeah, if you guys, I know not everybody speaks Russian, but if somebody could go over there, give that video some love, give some likes, that would be greatly appreciated, and share it with all your Russian friends. Of course, we also have lots of different videos. So, for example, if you head over to any of my videos, right, and we click, we have different
Hi everyone, it's been a while
channels
since I
that
did
you
a
can
video,
actually.
and I just want to do a quick video.
If you're like speaking in what's it called, Bitcoin, German, right? Spanish as well, right? Let me just show you in the description below. Sorry, I thought I had this up, but I guess I did not. If you scroll down to where is it here? To the description. Oh, there it is. It's up there. You can see we have the alternative channel, right? I want you guys to check out this alternative channel where we have the question and answers. We also have a German channel and the Spanish channel as well. So check that out. Also,
Wow.
if you hit the all button, right? Sorry, what was that, Inti?
No. I was about to say, man, you're multinational now. You're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you hit the all button, you can see that what you get, right? What you get for hitting the all button is that every once in a while I leave a little bit of a note, a little bit of message under the community tab, and then you get to see that, you get notified of that every single time as well, and you can leave comments and so forth, right? Yeah, so it's pretty cool, all the different comments that I make here. It's sort of like a Twitter page, but on YouTube. So yeah, check that out as well. Okay, and one more thing before we get into the content. I know I've been trying to advertise a lot of things, but this is just like a public service announcement, because we've already had several people come to me saying, hey, do you know this guy, William, Brian, this, that, and other names that, and I've sent them a bunch of money. Like this one guy sent 10 Ethereum, and he sent us an email saying, hey, what's going on with my money? I'm like, what? Yeah, so sad. Oh my God, please. There's a lot of. I was so upset about that I went like crazy on yesterday, and just deleted every single message from the fake Da Vinci's. To see that it's really me on my channel, I get highlighted. My name gets highlighted, right? So, but just assume that I'm the fake Da Vinci. Just assume it. That's it. Unless you know that, just assume it, right? And so, yeah, because I'm tired of hearing about people losing their money. Please don't lose your money, right? This is the biggest wealth transfer in the history of mankind that's about to occur. You need to be a part of it, and I don't want you guys to lose your money by falling for a prey to scammers. Please, whatever channel you watch, even mine, they're doing it not just on mine, but they're doing it on all channels. So please do not fall prey to that and prey victim. Okay, one more thing quickly, just saying thank you for all the 51 followers on Twitter here, and also the 3,000 followers on my Instagram. All right, so let's get on to the content of the day. Oof. Well, let's start off with a simpler chart, right? As you can see, right, we're in what's called a rising wedge here. We busted out of it, And then we're like going, yeah, we're going to the moon, and no. And generally, when we're in a rising wedge, it generally comes back to where it started, and you can see where it started. And then if we take a look at what an M pattern would do here, right, as we're looking at the 15-minute here, let's just draw this from here to there, and then we take it down to see what the measured move is. You can see it's around 20,000, closer to 20,000. So don't be surprised if we do come down here and to go a little bit further down to make this a complete 40% correction, which is pretty normal in the Bitcoin space, right? Having 40% corrections is normal. You can see the M's, right? They were forming way before that. You can see this. You can see it. Let's just zoom in on this a little bit. Hang on a second before I draw that. Let me just switch to the cross and zoom in on that, right? Because we can see the M's if we zoom in. There we go. That's much better. You can see the M's were here, right? And there, right? And then a bigger one. Oops. Control Z. Right, a bigger one right here. Right, smaller ones in here. There was M's everywhere, right? They're telling you, hey, it's not looking good, right? So with all that, you can see one final M right here, that if we break this level right there, that's it. You can say adios muchachos, right? But first, of course, we got to break out of this rising wedge, right? If we break out of this rising wedge, that's the first indication that, hey, things are not looking good. And of course, naturally, we also have another M here taking us into, let's just see, where does that approach? If it breaks right down here, you can see, yeah, there we go. Let me just move that. You can see that break will probably spell the beginning of the end, as it takes us past this level here where it starts to break, the next break, and a further downwards fall.
Hey, Da Vinci.
Boy, yeah. Yeah.
I have a question.
What's up?
I remember hearing you say that what Bitcoin usually does is when it breaks the all-time high and goes to the new like end of the bull run, it usually does it with an explosive move to the upside, right? Why do you think that this explosive movement to 34K, almost 35, is not the case?
Well, this is the end of the short-term bull run. Might be the end of a short-term bull run, but not the permanent bull run, because overall we're still in a larger bull case for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, the masses, the greater masses, or not the greater masses, but the institutional players have decided that Bitcoin is real. Bitcoin's something they need to have in their portfolio. So we can see that even though we're going to have a 40% correction, like take a look at them. If we go back on the dailies, right? We've and we get rid of all this, the drawing tools, right? And let me just make this thing a little bit more clear. You can see that from this point, right, we've pretty much not had any kind of major correction, right? 40% correction. And normally that's the 40% correction is a normal. We've barely even looked at the 21 EMA. We just touched it, and then off we went. And there was a consolidation sideways after a while. So I mean, looking at this, it's seriously overextended, but it's not the end of the move for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, when it goes right, we go a lot higher than just and what we've done right now. We're most likely going to do a correction, but there's also a chance. There's also a chance since lately Bitcoin has been ignoring all bearish signs, right? And there's a chance that we could actually go higher, right? And how do we know where this thing is going to go higher? So we have to go down to the lower time frames, right? Because that's the only way we can indicate that, hey, this thing's going to actually turn around and go higher. So you can see right now we've bounced off this bottom level of the rising wedge, right? And so clearly, if we break above this level, that helps. It's not the end. It's not the begin. It may not be the beginning, but it certainly does help a lot. Because we could still end up back in here, right? But we'd have to check, at least if we could at least check the bottom, the top of this wedge, and then go higher. Boom, that's it. It's heading to 40K or more. We just have to wait to see if it breaks out of the zone first. I suggest you do that because lately, I would like to play from a position of strength and buy this bottom part here, but lately I've just been having a lot of bad luck. So I'm going to say, hey, wait for this thing to confirm and then go for it. Go for the higher returns. And if we do break out of there, right, I think the next level, first stop target is the $36,000. And then after that, well, let's just bring up my my long-term chart here. After we break the 36, right, we can go as high as the next level is $46,000. That's unreal. 46,000. Then blow through that and go to 52,000. Crazy. And you know what? Honestly, after looking at, let's head over to Ethereum. After looking at Ethereum, when I look at Ethereum chart, I'm like, I don't know what to make about that. It's kind of crazy, right? We're so far away from the EMAs. It's not funny.
Yeah.
And yet, look, it's seriously bullish. On the hourlies, we head down to the let's go down to my my main charts here, my more busier charts, and bring up a lower time frames, right? Because that's what we got to trade with. I'm looking at this, I'm scratching my head how this thing did this explosive move, well beyond any of the expectations, right? Even this line here is like, okay, we should be coming back to that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was looking at that and thinking, the MF doesn't want to go down. What's happening to it?
Yeah, it does not want to go down. And look at this. There's a little bit of an M here, right, pattern, but we'd have to obviously break this level here in order to really to start the breakdown. And this is another breakdown level right here at this point, because if we take this M and this one, we break here, we break the 971, we could possibly see this thing break down even further and recheck the yellow line. This is a rising trend line, which is the last of the rising trend lines that you could possibly make. And I was just like, whoa, what the heck is going on? So now we're in a parabolic territory with Ethereum in a major way. Can't make anything else out except for that Ethereum is in a major parabolic blow off here. And is it going to go higher? Yes, I really do think it will, but we have to start consolidating here. I mean, because we're just outside the realms of reality. I mean, we're like 2 days way outside of the Bollinger. I mean, like not just outside the Bollinger, way outside the Bollinger Bands. So yeah, there has to be a consolidation phase here. we're probably going to have to come back and check this line if we're going to go even higher. And maybe we could stay below it, but wow. This is I'm looking at this like, holy. That's people wanted to buy this thing. That's insane, right? Well, so the only way to trade this is at the lower time frames, right? Because it's dangerous to. I wouldn't say it's dangerous to take a long here. Honestly, it is. I think it's more likely that we have to come back down here than it is to go even further higher at this time. Yes, there's more to go with Ethereum. But it's gone outside the realms of reality. So I would have to say, hey, look, man, there has to be at least a cool down, at least a sideways action. So look for this thing to trend sideways at the very least, if not head back down, right? Before we decide to go even higher. All right. So with that said, let's head off to the news of today. The first thing we're going to talk about, right, is the DeFi Genie is out, and it's set forth to grow in 2021. Definitely, man. Like, think about it, man. DeFi is decentralized finance, right? And that's basically that allows people to transfer everything we do today in finance onto a blockchain and have no set authority tell you whether or not you could buy this, sell this, because you are not a accredited investor. You can't be trusted with your own money. Oh my God. It's huge. All right, so in 2021, decentralized finance, DeFi, might see a stronger interest not only from the individuals, users, but from institutional investors also, as the environment for the nascent sector is favorable. According to the industry players speaking in cryptonews.com. Meanwhile, regulation might slow down this expansion. Interesting thought about that. I don't know how much is what's it called? The institutional players are going to be in the DeFi space. Really, I kind of question that because they're so far behind the curve that they're only just now getting into Bitcoin and now looking at Ethereum going, what's that over there? Right? They're looking at Ethereum going, what's that? Right? So, yeah, I'm like, I don't see them like coming into the DeFi space that quickly. However, with them coming into Ethereum space and purchasing Ethereum tokens and managing them, is it that far off to say, well, hey, let's try out this DeFi thing? Probably not, right? Because there's no regulation, right, to stop to allow them to stop them from using their own tokens inside the Ethereum space. Okay. Continue on here. As long as the legacy finance world keeps breaking, people will push in our direction, she said, adding that the key challenges will be education and simplifying the user experience. Yes, this is why I think two things. One, DeFi will get overvalued severely, even though you're going to be like, well, yeah, man, it's great. It's perfect. It's for everything, man. It's for like, let me just go down here. It's decentralized. It's for lending, right? Exchanges, insurance, derivatives, and mutual funds, and so much more. We gotta get it. Well, hold on. Slow your roll. It's very complicated to use, right? The user interfaces and stuff like that are very difficult. Yes, when it comes to money, people tend to figure it out, right? But it needs to be smoothed out, right? A lot of things need to be smoothed out over time, and also there's going to be bugs in these DeFi projects that needs to be looked at, and they have to be hardened over time. So there's we have to wait. This is not going to be the beginning of such like explosive growth that goes forever. there's going to be an explosion in DeFi. That is that for sure I'm certain of, but it will not be it will not continue just growing forever. Will collapse just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, and then we'll have to start another season of DeFi sometime in the future. And it will grow out very big eventually, and there will be DeFi projects that make history, basically, that end up being as big as Apple, big as Amazon, or something like that. So yeah, look for those projects, hang on to those projects, and going into after the bubble, of course, right? Those projects will probably do extremely well and probably better than the corporations because they're decentralized. Alrighty. With that said, moving on to my decentralized finance, right? If you don't know, you're gonna know right now. DJ15 token, right? You can purchase it, right? We're doing very well, right? Our liquidity is up, almost $2 million in liquidity. Oh, mostly thanks to Ethereum going higher. It's dragged all the altcoins higher, right? Including mine, right? And as you can see, right, we are not out of the woods in the what's it called, the dominance here. You can see that the dominance, if we break down through this line right here, that will signal, which is at 67.5%. That would signal the beginning of a break, the waterfall move down, and further downward pressure, and obviously upward pressure in the valuation of alts. So I'm looking forward to that. Once again, going back to this DJ15 token, if you want to be in this live show, because I'm doing this live right now, but you guys are watching it pre-recorded. If you want to watch the live recording, right, you can do so by purchasing a DJ15 token, only a small amount, right, 0.05, which is just a little bit higher than $5, right, or maybe $6, maybe. And you could actually sign a document, and you could find out how to do so by heading over to www.daj15.com, right? And right, this will take you to this page, and you can see you watch these two videos on how to buy the token, how to join the Telegram group, and how to participate in this live stream that we're doing. So yeah, check that out. Now, if you don't want to buy the token, you can always purchase Pandora's wallet and also participate in the live stream as well. Okay. Let's head over to the Stellar news, right? Ukraine government has chosen the Stellar blockchain network as platform to build a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Now, what these central bank currencies are, basically, is, if you don't know what they are, they're just the repeat of what we already have, right? The same system where they print as much money as they want, right? Except now it's digital, and they could actually control who gets it a little bit more finer, and how to take it away from people a little bit more finer, and block people from buying it, using it. Right, and so I don't see these things being successful, honestly.
It's basically digital fiat that they can take away from you.
Exactly.
Just much easier than before.
Exactly. That's all it is, right? That's what the central bank currency is. Digital currency is. It's new money that they can easily control you with. They could take it from you. They could give it to you. And control where you spend it too, as well. Do you want to be a part of that? I don't think so. Right? The National Bank of Ukraine has been researching the possibility of CBDC implementation since 2017, and the Stellar partnership will now be based of the virtual currency development, according to the digital transformation. And the IT deputy's minister. I can't read that guy's his first or last name. But anyways, I don't trust any of these CBDCs. But hey, you know what? If they're halfway decent, that's great. If if people could actually own them and not have them taken away, that's great. I'm all happy to have the central banks join in because it just means that they're going to die faster, right? Especially with decentralized exchanges where they can't shut it all off, right? Because in our current system, right, if the confidence is lost, they could flip the switch and turn everything off, right? But with decentralized finance, there is no switch to flip to turn everything off. They can't stop the stock market. They can't stop the bond markets in the decentralized world. They can't do any of that. And so, if they provide us with a currency that that doesn't turn off, that they can't turn off, well, the truth will be revealed very, very fast about how useless their currency is. Oh man. Alrighty, so let's take a look at what Stella's doing, right? Yeah, looks like somebody knew about this right here because like all of a sudden there was no volume for the longest while, and then somebody got wind of this and they started buying this and then pumped this thing up because markets are forward discounting mechanisms, and you can see all the volume just came in the last 2 months, and that's why we're seeing this this rally. Basically, is we should have seen a dump, but because we already dumped so much almost back to where we started, this news, right, is causing a little bit of a pump, basically. Alrighty, let's take a look at it. I want to take a look at this on the charts here. XLM. There we go. I want to see if. Well, hang on, let's take a look at on Bittrex. If it's priced in Bitcoins, if there's anything going on. Yeah, there was a pump before, and then all of a sudden it died. And yeah, kind of strange. Kind of weird how this is going on in the Bitcoin price. Let's take a look at it in USD. Very odd. Very odd pricing indeed. Not sure what exactly is happening here other than I can only say manipulation, right? As this is very odd price action. This looked normal, right? But then this kind of weird, right? I like this rounding bottom, of course, right? This always looks good, right? So we're probably on the cusp of flying higher here in priced in dollars. So yeah, this thing might do extremely well priced in Bitcoin. So that's all we really care about because we want it we wanted to get this thing in get paid in Bitcoin, right? So yeah, I think we could probably see Stella, right? Once it starts to move, right? Especially since if we have other countries using it to create their CBDC, great, more power to them. That means we can see this thing easily come back up to to its 61.8 priced in Bitcoin, or even go even higher. So maybe we can like take out the highs priced in Bitcoin. Let's just see, because they don't have as much data where this thing could go on Bittrex. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I think we've seen the bottom of Stella, and I think we're gonna break to new highs and probably head at least to the 61.8 and probably break to new highs, especially if this is being used by central banks. That's a huge news. I'm surprised that they're not using XRP, but hey, I'm all good with that.
Nobody wants extra P.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even banks.
Okay, so let's head over to SmartKey, right, and see how they're doing. You can see that we've moved up nicely with SmartKey. Let's take a look at on this thing on the chart. Chart Pro FX. Let's go. Bring up. Let's bring up SKEY. And bring it up on Ethereum and see how well it's doing on the daily. Very nice, very nice. We bounced probably off of a 38.2. It looks like it bounced off of 61.8. No, off the 50% level. That's good. And then looks like we're gonna go a little bit higher. But then it's because this looks like what I would consider this move high and this move high could be if we add some what's it called, indicators. I bet you it's this is what's it called, a divergence here, bearish divergence. So they've got to pump this thing a lot higher if this is gonna go. It's gonna want to continue going up. So I don't know. This could turn into a bearish divergence and cause this thing to roll down, start to roll down. So I would seek be a little bit cautious with buying up here. We're not in nosebleed territory yet, but hey, we can get there really fast. So yeah, if you're interested in buying, maybe this is not the time to buy. Yeah, I would look to see if we could get some on the cheap before you actually consider getting in on this coin, because I think it's already on its way higher. Just got to keep going, right? Can't stop here, because then yeah, this thing could end up all the way back where it began, very fast. Okay, let's take a look at PARSIQ. PARSIQ is also has also done a nice little pump. Right, let's take a look at that on the chart. Hopefully I get the right one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, PARSIQ's in a location to buy, even though this is of course priced in Ethereum, right? And so Ethereum did pump a lot, so that's probably what caused this thing to move down. So overall, probably didn't go down and priced in dollars, but in Ethereum it just got a little bit hit, and now it's starting to move, probably priced in dollars, and now it's going to probably get back up into the zone. So now this was definitely, oops, I just noticed that the fibs are wrong. Oops. Reverse. So the 61.8, it's right at the 61.8. Nice little buying location. I would nibble some here, man. You know what? I'm probably gonna do exactly that. I'm going to do exactly that after at the end of the show, because my wallet's locked. So I will pick some up because I like where it's at, man. I'm gonna pick up another 1 Ethereum worth of PRQ, because I really like this particular altcoin. Alrighty, let's quickly head over to the coin market cap. Let's bring it up here. Where is it? Right here. And let's take a look at the bottom 100 and do some TA on the bottom 100 altcoins now, because I know you've been waiting for that. You've been waiting. So let's just take a look. What's the bottom 5 here? Okay, so Bancor, right? This I've heard good things. Look, it's got 100 and man, it's unbelievable. $138 million market cap. Now, I remember a time when a $10 million market cap was a lot, or $20 million market cap was a lot. Wow, it's unbelievable. Now that's so far away, right? I can't believe that we're here, right, with the altcoins. It's just unbelievable. But hey, that's what it's at. So BNT. Let's take a look and see what we can see with the charts on that. let's see, Binance first. Well, this coin is not that old. It's in 2018, right? It had its pump with the rest of the coins in 2018, and now it's died off. Had the summer pump back down, and so now it's looks like we're in a buying zone. Obviously, I mean we're nowhere near tops here, especially on the weekly. This is actually the weekly, not the 2 weeks. So just so you know. So yeah, we're nowhere near tops. We're near bottoms here, probably at the 88.6. So I would have to give this a thumbs up so far. Let me just look at the rest of the information that we have on the screen here. Ooh, oh wow. Oh wow. So in this pump, right? All the people who bought this, they're not interested in selling. At all. In fact, they're buying. So, yeah, definitely 2 big thumbs up. In fact, do I have some of this? Like, I should get some right now. I think I should buy some. Yes, I definitely should have some of this right now.
It's so beautiful. Like just when you start doing TA, and all of a sudden you FOMO into a coin.
Yeah.
It's like I love it. It's like, oh, this coin looks good. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that was a beautiful coin. That was beautiful. That was excellent. I like that one. I like that a lot. All right, so band. The next one we're gonna take a look at the band protocol. BAND. That one looks. I've heard some good news about band. Let's take a look at that. BAND. All right, so yeah, it looks like I got paid on band quite a bit, and I also bought some back on band, and yeah, I think that this coin again, it's not the greatest. It's not as good looking as Bancor was, but hey, look at that. It's still the people are not interested in selling. This could have been crushed, just like as this thing getting like coming back down. Should you be getting some here? I think so. But of course, right, keep in mind, right, just like Ivan on Tech calls this the altcoin forest, right? I don't want to call it an altcoin forest. I want to call it like an altcoin thermal reactor. And if you come in here and you buy anything, it could easily blow up your whole portfolio. So please be careful. Make sure that you put on your thermal suit, right? Your thermal reaction suit when you come in here, and yeah, you accept the consequences of your actions of coming into this very, very dangerous area. So yeah, don't if you buy anything and it goes to zero, it's your fault, not mine. So just keep that in mind. All right. With that service announcement, let's continue on. People are buying the lows on this thing. I don't know why why is that reversed? It's probably because I messed it up. There we go. So you're buying the 88.6, which is beautiful. Beautiful. Right? So you might as well pick some of this up if you want to. I think Band Protocol will do well in the future. Let's see here. Let's click on it. Band Protocol on new tab. Right, Band Protocol. Let's see here. Do they have any information on it? Oh man, I hate it when they don't have like more Synapse information on this thing. But I believe this has to do with what's it called, oracles, but I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Quant. Oh my goodness. I bet you I'm not gonna like this. I can't believe Made's still around. Jesus. I mean, did they actually produce anything? They've been promising forever a means of storage. But anyways, let's just go on to what was the other one that I was looking at? I forgot now. It was Quant. Yeah, that's right. QNT. I was just so upset with Made that I forgot the coin that I wanted to look at. Is that correct? It's not. It's only on Bittrex. It's kind of weird. Is this thing on what's it called? Uniswap? T? Yes, it is. Bonus. That's good. That is good. Okay. I like this. I like the fact that more and more things are moving on to Uniswap and stuff like that. And so we don't need to deal with exchanges like delistings and stuff like that. None of this nonsense. Right? Oh, I can't have this because the government tells me not to. Yeah, okay. Screw you. All right. Next is, okay, so we can see it's not the end of the world. It's not the greatest price action I've ever seen, but I'm not the worst, right? So is it a decent buy this coin? I would say it's a I'd have to find out more about it. Really, it's there's nothing. I can't hate it, but I can't love it either, because it's not done anything. It's gone sideways. It's early in the game, right? But if you're buying, right? If you're considering buying, right? Are you at a good location? I'd have to say yes. Did we break the lows? Ooh, that's not good. We broke the lows, and then, yeah, that's not good. But, you know, you could take this as a risk play. Maybe that's a very tiny amount, right? And if it breaks this ski slope down, right, then, you know, you can see this thing pop maybe and get a little bit of profit from it. I'm a little concerned about this coin. I think we could find something with better fundamentals, a better looking chart than this particular coin. Doesn't mean it can't blow up and go to like all-time highs. I'm just saying, the chart does not look nice. That's all. And it doesn't look like it wants to do anything positive just yet. Should the little old lady pick up some? Sure. If you want to like pick up a small amount, you want to nibble and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to throw $50, $100, maybe $10, something small at it. Fine. I have no problem with that. You're buying low, so who knows? This thing might do some 100x, 1000x or something nonsense like that. All right, so let's take a look at Made. Oh my God. I was traded this thing so in and out of that thing so many times. It's not funny. And then I realized that what they're supposed to do, right, is make a decentralized file system, sort of like Filecoin. And let me see. Let me show you my. I'm sure I have like a historical chart made. Let's see here. Oh man, it's because it was on Polonix. Yeah, see, I have like all kinds. Look at this. I have all kinds of charts and analysis on this. Oops. And now you can see it's well below where it was priced in Bitcoin. I mean, it's so far below anything that I've dropped it altogether. I dropped it as an asset altogether. And you can see that they delisted it off of Polonix. But this is historical data. Let's see here. What is it? It was at 952 sats. So what's it now? 933. Oh. I mean, like, look at this. All the volume just died off. It just died off. It used to be traded like crazy on Bittrex, and then it's dead. I don't think this coin is going to come back to life. But it's crazy how much of a high market cap it is. It's only because, it's priced in Bitcoin, so that's why it's maintaining it. And yeah, there seems to be people interested in buying this, but I don't know why. I don't think they've even produced their product yet, and this has been around for too long, this coin. So the answer is, the answer to your question, should you buy this? I would say no. No. You can probably play nothing more than $5 at it. Throw some $5 at it and see what happens. See if it gets you a lottery ticket. But other than that, no. Basically, I'm going to stay clear of this. Doesn't mean it can't moon. I'm not saying it can't do that. If they produce their products, so all of a sudden, then yeah, this thing would moon. But I don't think so. All right, so let's take a look at Aragon. Alrighty, as the final altcoin for today. It's ANT. Ooh. It's not so good, man. Not so good, the charts. Let's go to a 4-hour. Yeah, it's like somebody decided that they did not want this to do well. And yeah. And they've accomplished that. Mission accomplished. Yeah, nobody's interested. Right, the people are leaving this in droves, right? So I would say this coin is a no. Doesn't mean it can't pump. There seems to be somebody interested in getting some of this right at the bottom here. So who knows? Maybe somebody knows something that we don't.
You know something funny? ANT is actually the coin which gave me the most profit so far in the deal lately.
This coin? How?
Yes.
There's no pumps.
I don't know. I just saw. Yeah, from the last year, on October 2019.
All right. Well, I'm not sure how that was possible, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah. So I would say this thing is a no on this coin, and yeah, there's other places where you could put your money that will probably have a better return and better chances. It's kind of sad. For a coin that has such a high market cap, I can't believe that they look so sluggish. Okay? But that's the way it is. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. It's been a long show. It's been a great show, and I really appreciate you guys coming. And if you want to watch this live, right, you can do so by purchasing the DJ15 token or the Pandora's wallet, and you could also participate in what's coming up next, which is our question and answer period. But thank you for watching, and cheers. Bye now.
Bye.
Whew, that was a long one. Oof. Damn. What'd you guys think about that, man? A little bit too long? I don't know.
I liked it. I had a good time.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so what questions do you have for me today?
Okay, I have plenty. So okay, we're going to start with something really simple. So absence of Nanchi asks, is the correlation between the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum strong, or are they decoupling?
Is the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum strong? I think they're decoupling right now because I think Ethereum is going to like outpace Bitcoin majorly because with the DeFi. We have, right, just like we said, we have the institutions players coming in to buy up the Ethereum, right? And then we have the average Joes playing with DeFi, right? Which means they're locking up the coins. So that means there's less and less coins to buy. So we can see an explosive move in Ethereum. Like, I mean, we already have. Like, I'm beside myself. Like, take a look at this move, man. And Ethereum. Let's take a look at this move once again. What do you see here? Like, you see it breaking all trend lines, even the highest possible trend line, just destroying it, right? What do you make of that, right? Then you look at it's daily, right? You take a look at it daily, and on a more complicated chart, you're like, how is this possible? It's outside the band, right? For like 2 candles, like completely outside the band, not even coming into it, looking into it. How is this possible? That is an explosive, absolute FOMO, insane FOMO move. Insane, right? And yet it's got more to go, right? A lot more to go. Of course, we have to consolidate sideways or consolidate downwards, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This thing will be a prime asset to own coming in the future because of DeFi, right? And I'm looking forward to owning some, right? Oh man, it's going to be a great time.
Yeah. All right. So this question you kinda answered already, but I'm going to ask it anyways for Mr. Feng Shui 01, because he asked. Chris said in a live stream yesterday that if we do not correct and continue, the bull market could be over quite fast. What do you think about the idea of a local top at 100K, long consolidation, and a bigger top later in the year? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's possible. We could be in the mode where we're going to do what we did in 2013, have a double bubble, right? Where we just continue pumping, right, all the way to 100K, and then or close to it, and then coming back down for 6 months before we actually do the second bubble, right? So keep that in mind. That's always a possibility. If we pump from here, like if we take a look at the Bitcoin charts, and we pump from here, let's see here. Where's the Bitcoin chart? If we pump out of this move, right, which would be absolutely jaw-dropping, right? If we do it, it will be. It will be absolutely like, what the? we could, right? Especially since I wanted to cover it that there's another $1 billion another company threw in another $1 billion at Bitcoin, right? Just yesterday. I mean, if this is the case, right? If they just all the corporations start like going, oh, I got $1 billion here, I got $1 billion, I got $1 billion, I got $1 billion, I need to throw into this. Yeah, you can see this thing at 100K really fast, right? Really fast.
And then they're going to sell them derivatives.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, right? They have to, in order to keep this thing down, they have to sell derivatives to those guys. And since there's not enough derivatives markets around for them to buy into, that means the price has to be affected, right? Bitcoin actually has to go up because they have to buy actual Bitcoin, not fake ones, right? A derivative will help slow that down a lot, right? Because then they could, why move the price when you could buy these derivatives that won't move the price? You buy as much as you want. But the end result of that is, of course, if you don't move the price, right, then why the heck are you buying it, right? Why? If you're not participating in the price movements. Right, and the reason is because most people are just looking for dollars, right? As that's the reason why. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay, so this one I like this one. This one is from Nick Van Dyke, and Nick asked, "Why, in your opinion, did Satoshi keep 1 million coins to be 1 million coins to be wealthy? But what if Satoshis start to move on his wallet? Won't this spread some fear? Price collapse? Nick, if you were to build a protocol that you know is going to change the world in the future, I mean, you don't know for sure, but you have the expectation, wouldn't you do the same?
Exactly. I mean, that's just seems logical, right? And so what? He moves his bitcoins, right? That just means that the billionaires be like, "Oh, thank God." Thank God, right? So they could buy it off of him, right? That's it. I mean, there's a limited supply, right? After those millions are so bought up, that's it. There's no more to buy, right? So it's not like it's going to be the end of the world here. It's going to be an interesting time, right? And you know what? I don't think Satoshi has those coins. Honestly, he would have done something, right? By now, I think he built it and just dropped it, and he's too scared. He's too scared that if he's still alive, he's too scared that the government's going to catch him.
But he could perfectly like be spending a small bits just to live, right? Why making you rich from one day to the other? That's like a suicide. But that would be just speculating. Like we don't know. No, we no know for sure.
Of it because then they'll know that it's his. That he's moving it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can't do any of it. Then if he does, right? If one, let's just say his second block moves, right? The second block that's ever created moves, and he only spends like 0.00005 of that. We still know that's him, right? And so he can't do that, right? He can't, right? As soon as it touches somebody that's like an exchange or touches somewhere, some store or something, people are going to trace down the IP address that sent it. I mean, it'd be a disaster. He'd be caught so fast. It's not funny. Right?
Wow.
So, there's nothing he could do at this point in time. I mean, I could come up with some ideas, but I don't know if it'll work.
You're buying Dash.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm talking about how would I, if I wanted to move, if I was Satoshi, how would I move those coins? Oh man, I don't have the infrastructure to do it. I would start off with going into what's it called, the MRC network. Start chatting with people, see if I could grab a couple of servers, like remote servers, people who are pwned over computers or servers. Maybe purchase a couple of those, right? And the problem is, right, once you purchase a couple, because you've got it from somebody, right, on the MRC, they know that they sold it to you, right? And so how do you like soon as if there's a trace back to that server, right, that person might get that person who sold it to you might get caught, and then reveal who you are. So you have a lot. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, in order for you to hide your identity properly. Yeah, I just can't think of. I'm trying to think of. There are some places where you can anonymously buy servers, but still, right? Again, that transaction can be traced back to you.
Oh man, it sounds more like a curse.
Exactly.
Man, you're rich, but you're gonna spend a penny.
Yeah, and because, right, you have to consider that they have the force of the whole U.S. government looking at this, right? You have to assume that you have the eye of the U.S. government and the NSA looking at this. I don't see a way you can like escape.
No. This is not like movies. If they want to catch you, they're going to catch you like this.
No. Not gonna happen. There's very little you can do. I mean, there's probably something you can pull off, but I just can't think of it right now. I'd have to really, really actually go research it to figure out what you could possibly do. And it'd be a lot of work. It'd have to be a long game. It'd have to be like a 10-year game. I can tell you that much. You'd have to do it in a 10-year game for sure. That would be the only way.
Maybe
For sure.
Maybe someday we'll see it.
Right? So that's the only way. And so, yeah, basically he'd be separated so far away from the person that would be able to catch him by time, right? So if you're separated enough by time, right, then you could probably pull it off, right? But that's the only way, right? Scary. All right, next question.
Very scary. Next question. Steve TLR Autos ask, hey guys, what are your thoughts on Icon ICX fundamental news? They are testing a digital driving license for South Korea. Thank you.
Icon? I don't know about their news or stuff like that. Sorry, I don't pay attention to every single coin. Can you tell me the ticker symbol so we can take a look at the charts, get the news? Let's talk about the charts.
Oh, let me see. Because I'm just in CoinMarketCap. So it's Icon, he said. So it should be ICX.
ICX? Oh, that's right. You did mention the ticker symbol. And we're not paying attention. ICX.
What? Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, it's not terrible. We're talking about what? It's not great. It's not terrible. Right? And it's at a position where you should be buying. I've already have some of this, and I've already sold half on a double, and I should probably, go and pick some back up off the ground here, right? That only makes sense. It's not like people are left this coin. Look, right? When it pumped, right? And pumped again, right here, you can see. And then we're dumping, and look, we haven't dumped as low as the first pump. So, even though we're back to where we were like when everybody hated the coin. So it makes sense to be a buyer here on the Icon. It absolutely makes sense. In fact, let's do so right now.
Amazing. I love that part of the show. Oh, thank you for your buying idea, my dear subscriber. Funny enough, you're probably going to get profit from it.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that buying recommendation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right.
Next one.
Let's move on to the. You know what? I gotta end the show actually because I want to eat something and then I want to do another show for just the Pandora's Wallet subscribers, right? Q&A for the Pandora's Wallet subscribers.
Can we do a last one real quick, or you really have to go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to spoil someone because I got an alcohol request from guess who?
Who? Super Google Lee?
Yes. Super Google Lee wanted some TA on HOT.
Okay, hot coin.
Let's see what he has for us.
Oof.
Oh,
it's
block trading? It's not looking so hot.
I know exactly. It's block trading. It's not that great, man.
You already had some.
It's not feeling that hot.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? And I would suggest I would not shy away from this thing if I were you, because not because there's any positive signs. There is no positive signs. This thing looks dead in the water. So I would suggest we go and nibble this thing right now because it's at 0.0, it's at 0.0003. And I remember one other coin called Verge that happened to be at that low level and it blew up, right? To thousands of sats, right? Verge, I can't even remember what the ticker symbol for Verge is. Right, but anyways, it was in this 1, 2, 3 sats, and now Verge is in the thousands of sats. So let's not count this one out just yet.
XVJ was Verge. Let me see. Oh, it has the price in dollars, but not in Bitcoin, really?
Yeah, so I remember Verge in like, look at Verge, look. Right, it was like at zero, like low sat, the low 1 to 2 sats, and then look, it went up to like 2,000 sats. That's incredible. What is that? That's a 2,002. That's from 2.
That's a
sats
1000x. That's a 1000x.
in Bitcoin. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about what that meant.
Oh my
Bitcoin.
God! Somebody got
When Bitcoin was at 20,000.
Oh.
Think about that. Think about that. Now
So
imagine that happens to this hot coin where it go. I don't think it will, but imagine if it did, right? You would want to throw at least $5 at that. See what happens, right? Just in case it does something like Verge, right? And then you could get a little bit of profit on that. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold what I've got maybe, and I don't think I'm gonna add to this and let it go, let it ride, and see what happens. I'm not gonna add anything, but yeah. I'm not saying you should throw any kind of major money at this thing. Don't do that. But I think you might want to have a little bit of hedge, because man, if this thing pops heavy, or even if it does, like even if it just goes back to where it was at the top, right here, you're doing very, very, very well. So yeah, don't count this thing out just yet. It's not great, the volume, but it's still not the worst. All right. With that said, I think we have to end the show. Thank you very much, guys. I need to go grab some breakfast, and then I'm going to do another show in 20 minutes. All right. Thank you for watching, and we'll see the Pandora's Wallet subscribers shortly. Cheers.
Bye, people.